Yeah. So Irvin, you're visiting us for 3 days as a preparation trip. Can you just tell us maybe briefly, like where you come from, what you're doing, what's your artist practice?
Okay. Hi, my name is Irvin Morrison. Irvin Morrison, that's how you pronounce it. And I was born in El Salvador, and then I've been living in New York since about 8 years old, basically. I've been studying art in New York as well. I got my BFA in photography and my MFA Masters in sculpture and performance. And as a child, I used to be in a boy band, and I grew up, it was like a cover band in the middle of the Civil War in Central America, and we toured and we performed, and that's where the performance aspect comes from. And it always has been with me, no matter what I've been working on. And at this point in my life, it feels like I combine everything: the video, the sculpture, performance, and photography. And I'm working on all assets right now.
Like the rituals and like these headdresses are quite a big part in your work. Like,
yeah.
Where is this coming from? The Mayan influence?
Yeah. So I also grew up playing on top of Mayan pyramids in El Salvador. And these are like these 2,000-year-old like ruins that are there. As a child, I grew up playing on top of these pyramids. And the ritual is always been in my work, and it will continue. But I've also it's growing, and it's kind of I'm creating my own mythologies now, and I incorporate my surroundings. So I'm like very excited to be in Ghent and to kind of appropriate my rituals to the situations here. That's kind of like how the project gets started for me.
The mask, the headdress, is something that is important in your work. What kind of stages does it have in everything you do?
Yeah, no. So like traditionally, the Mayans used to wear these headdresses as part of the rituals, part of the transformation, part of either their own performances or their own rituals, sacrifices, for different reasons. And the idea of masking the face and costuming was always connected to a transformation for them. They felt like it was, even like after they passed away, they would decorate their bodies and hide their faces and wear masks to continue into the other world. So transformation is a big factor in their mythology, and I've adopted that. I feel like I'm continuing the legacy of my ancestors now with the work that I'm doing, but now it's more globally because I'm doing projects all over the world, and I'm kind of just appropriating cultures and adding to my own mythology right now.
Can you tell us briefly, without disclosing too much, what you're planning here in Ghent for us?
Yeah, so I've been here for 3 days. When I got here, it was really important for me to understand what Ghent is about a little bit, to try to get a better understanding before I come up with a structure and a plan. And the first thing that I noticed here was just the excess amount of bicycles everywhere. And then just like, I felt like that was kind of a very unique thing. And especially like this is a very bike-friendly city, and you were saying it's like cars are not really legal on the streets now, it's more about bikes. So I find that to be like very unique, and considering too like the problems with a lot of cities that I've been to with the ecology and just like the pollution in all these cities, I think that's like a great thing. So I want to kind of adopt that culture into the performance. So the idea is to create a procession from the base here and then take it outside and maybe have like a group of 50 bicycles, and then maybe and plan to organize a couple of workshops of mask making with some local groups in order to make them maybe with the bicyclists and some other organizations that are from the city. Yeah.
Great. Maybe that's good.
Yeah, perfect.
Cool, thank you.
Where I lost myself.